What's up, guys? It's Throwing Hands on Patreon. That's right, YouTube didn't want us to do it, but we did it anyway. We put the street beefs, the street fights, the things that they hated, and we put it all right here for you. We've got an awesome first episode on Patreon from Throwing Hands. Saif's here with us from the most recent episode that is on YouTube, and we're going to ask each other a bunch of questions of who's our favorite fighters, what rules do we think should be changed in MMA, and a lot more. Guys, if you like the episode on YouTube, you're going to love this one. Let's start throwing hands.
When I knock people out, they don't fucking move. Who the fuck is that guy? Oh, don't be scared, homie.
Welcome to Throwing Hands.
Oh God, you're playing touch butt with that dork in the park, the ponytail.
My balls were caught.
So since it's your first time with us, Saif, and we're all getting to know you a little bit, just wanted to ask you a couple of MMA questions. And I wrote these down to be all professional. So let's start with just some easy basic ones, okay? Yeah. So let's say your favorite fighter right now and of all time.
So he's got to be active?
For the fighter right now. For your favorite fighter right now,
okay.
Has to be active. But favorite fighter of all time, no.
Okay, I'm going to say Conor McGregor's not active, okay?
I'd say that he's not active.
Is he not? Is his contract active?
Yeah, but let's just say he's not active.
I'd say
that man's been out of the testing pool since his leg got obliterated.
Yeah, he's not active.
It didn't get obliterated.
I'll give him.
It was a fucking hairline fracture that split a little bit more.
Oh, is that so, Doctor?
He was walking like 2 days
suspicious. Well, a little suspicious that non-playing.
Detective Darnell.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, I gotta say it's like, I don't know, dude. I have so many fighters I like. I wouldn't say it's a specific favorite.
The one you gravitate to the most.
You know what?
Millennials, they like that word, gravitate.
I'm gonna say Jordan Newman. He is my best friend, and he is that 4-0 Bellator fighter. So I am gonna say Jordan Newman.
Who?
That's a good pick.
Jordan Newman.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I like it. There you go. So you'd say that's your favorite active fighter right now?
Yes, but honestly, I gotta it's not a good answer. But if we're saying UFC related,
fighting.
Yeah,
it's a good shout out to a Bellator
fuck
guy.
Newman? No,
Jordan Newman.
He's scary.
Yeah,
I've seen some of his fights.
Yeah, he's gonna be big. Favorite fighters. I'm sorry, guys. This is
you're good,
I should know my favorite fighter, but I just like so many.
If you'd hear something like mine all time and just recently not active, Nate Diaz, Nick Diaz all time.
Nate's a beast.
Mine's fucking Country Boy Nelson. I forgot his name.
Roy Nelson.
No.
Yeah, it was Roy.
Is that his name?
Yeah, Roy.
Yeah, Roy Big Country.
Yeah, Big Country. Yeah.
Big Red.
I thought maybe.
That's my favorite
are you sure not Cerrone? I thought maybe Cerrone was your guy, but.
Definite number 2, but I mean, I fit the more body style of Roy Nelson, and I'm like, if that big ass motherfucker can jump into the UFC and start murking motherfuckers, he was not a big name. He was big name, but he was no knockout artist. He was no he's gonna be the next champ. He was just I'm just gonna fucking fight these guys. I don't care what I look like. I'm gonna eat cheeseburgers. I'm gonna do jiu-jitsu, and I'm gonna fuck these guys up.
Jiu-jitsu and karate.
Right here. Oh, karate.
He did.
It was more striking than karate.
He did.
Yeah, he also hits so hard.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny.
He knew how to put he did those big fucking. I'm just gonna fucking throw these hands. But he also knew jiu-jitsu.
I'm going to say something right now, and go check out Throwing Hands episode, I believe it's 2 or 3, where I go on actually a whole segment where we talk about, get the first few episodes of Throwing Hands is just me talking to myself, and I have a whole thing where I talk about Big Country. Yeah, I have a whole thing where I talk about Big Country's overhyped, and we need to talk about it. He's overhyped. He was overhyped. He got some... There he goes. There's the Ian bit. He left. That's the Ian bit. He leaves in the middle of when he'll come back. Roy Nelson was overhyped. It's a good pick from him. It's a good pick from Ian. I appreciate it, but I just had to point out that we had a whole episode where we pointed out that Roy Nelson was in fact overhyped.
You're gonna sit there and fucking say that shit to my face.
I would, but you left.
Fucked. It's wild.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I know.
wild.
I know. I'm not saying I don't love the man. I'm not saying he wasn't great. I'm not saying he didn't do good stuff. I'm just saying he was overhyped.
So well, all time, I definitely gotta say Connor. I was like, he got me into the sport. I know, like, it sounds like a casual, but like,
Nah,
he got me really into it. Like,
Connor, that's what he was there for. He got people into it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He got so many people.
Oh my God,
The amount of hype that he fucking wound up just through, like, even before, like, his whole, like, being, like, over the top, like, throwing fucking dollies into buses and shit.
Dude, I just
the
remember
hype-
his rise. Like,
Oh, it was
it
incredible.
was something unheard of, dude. Like,
Oh,
I've talked to Ian about this, and a couple people. I get, we could probably. I'm sure you're one of. That's why you fit in here. Like, we could sit around and talk about shit like this all day. But it's like, people forget because of time goes on. Time goes on. Connor's not active. Things are different now. But you think give it a couple more years, and it's going to be this thing where you can do it even more so. Where you go like, you got to think about where he just came in and was a silent guy. He didn't say shit. And then the next fight he won, he was all, I'm Mystic Mac and I'm the fucking greatest. And then he just started knocking out bitches and calling his knockouts. It was insane. His left hook was lethal.
dude, yeah.
he's like Patty the Batty.
Okay, no.
I'm excited for Patty, but like Connor came out and like sparked dudes. Like he
Yes.
was like, it was like literally like when he knocked out Dustin Poirier, it was like, boom, like instant, like it signifies everything.
The Marcus Brimage knockout. I mean, the Alvarez knockout. I mean, the Aldo knockout. Come on, I mean, it was just,
dude.
and even
And the men, it just sucks wrestling. Dude. Wrestling is so fucking like hard to like. It's the best martial art. You know what I mean? Like, and if you don't grow up in wrestling, like you're fucked. Like,
so, and I was gonna ask you your favorite fight memory, but I can already tell I can already guess it. It's McGregor Dennis Seaver, correct? If I had to guess from you.
honestly, I wouldn't say that.
No?
My favorite fight moment had to be when
shit.
Connor knocked out Aldo.
That's
I was like, what the fuck
Ooh,
just
that
happened?
was
I was like, what?
Okay.
Like, did that just
because
happen?
you never expected that shit from Connor. You were like this. It's like if Patty just started fucking just knocking out some of the fucking top contenders and greatest.
Let me tell you something.
Like, yeah, he's sort of doing that. Like, obviously, Patty's like more like he's gone to more decisions. He's gone to more like, other fights, but he wasn't like just fucking murdering
But
fools
there's
like
been back
Connor
and forth
was.
action in his fights. Like compared to there was no back and forth except for Chad Mendes.
Yes.
Like there was no back and forth. Like he beat everybody's ass. Patty like got starched his first fight. Then like
Oh well, you can't knock out a fucking, I forgot his last name.
A pimplet?
Pimplet. You can't, because he was like, you can't knock out a pimplet. Like he said that, and I was like,
But you've been knocked
that's
out.
a wild.
Wowzers, we don't get knocked out.
There you go.
Wowzers.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he got fucking rocked a few times, and like, yeah, he won through that, but it's still like he's got that similar fucking energy of Conor McGregor.
Let me tell you something. I love his pick for fight moment too, because that it's a very well known thing between my friends here. I respect due to the King Jose Aldo. I mean, of course, but like I have a dislike for the man, because when I was coming at that time, 16 years old or whatever it may be, and 17, 19, 18, just you can't stand it. There's just this guy Jose Aldo. He just doesn't care about any of the other fans. He only cares about the Brazilians. All the Brazilians are going to like Vegas events and events in like Nevada, like Utah, and everybody's like, why am I in like literally Ohio and I'm hearing Uva Mare over everything right now? It's because Jose Aldo's fighting, and it's frustrating to a normal fan where you're like, oh, look at this up and comer, look at this guy, and then he's like, well, what's he got to look forward to? Getting dominated by Jose Aldo. And then Conor McGregor was the first guy to finally look in Jose's face and be like, I don't give a fuck what you have to say. And I was like, chills.
And then commenced to just
what was it, 8 seconds? I believe 8 seconds, 9 seconds, I believe.
12 seconds.
12 seconds. Oof.
It says 13, but it was 12.
It was 12, yeah, for sure. It's It's one of the greatest moments in featherweight history. It's one of the greatest moments of all time, for sure.
You want to? What? Okay, you know what? Here's a good question for you guys. Worst MMA moment, like we're like,
the decision of John Jones versus Gustafsson 1. Worst moment of all time.
you
Right.
felt it.
Right there.
That's
Gustafsson
it was the
should have
downfall of
won.
Gustafsson. After that, Gustafsson was never the same
Where's
guy.
the salt shaker?
Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
God damn! I need that salt shaker to be right here every
Is this it?
time. That one.
Darnell, is this it? Because he fucking won. John Jones went out on a fucking stretcher.
Yeah.
Hey, that's fine though. But what does the
And-
record say?
Oh,
What does
don't
the
do
record
this.
say? Oh, it says John. It says John won. I don't
Yeah,
know what
okay.
happened.
So you're gonna say
What?
John Jones
It's a sensitive
like
moment.
his only loss?
Saif is
His
like, I'm so
only
sorry.
loss. He lost that fight. He was murdering that guy, but he lost.
So-
What's the record book say, bro? What's
So-
the records?
So you
What's the
yeah,
record?
like you're doing the Geico guy. You might want to take a gander at the scoreboard. Yeah, I get it. But yeah. So go ahead, Saif. You had something to say there. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I wanted to hear Darnell's.
Darnell's his least favorite.
Yeah,
moment.
why did he beat
No, he wants to know his least favorite
Gustafsson.
moment. Let's see it.
I think my favorite moment is Khalil Roundtree's first fight when he's in the Tough House. Because it's like in the Tough House, you don't really know who to like really root for at all. Like you just kind of watch every single fight in the prelims to see who gets in the house and everything. And he was fighting a wrestler. The guy like half-ass took him down like twice, and on the second time, he just like he slips out, jumps back, and just soccer kicks him in the ribs twice, and the dude just folds and just taps. And he's like, "All right, I'm done. Whatever." I was like, "Oh shit." Nobody does that. Nobody soccer kicks anybody in the body
That's
at
a good
all.
point.
And
That's
after
a good
that,
point.
I was like, "This dude's pretty
Respect.
cool." I was like, I'm gonna follow this dude's career from now on. And
What about
Fair enough.
most hated moment? What about that then?
Nate Diaz, not Nate, Nick and GSP fight because all he did was wrestle fuck him, and it was just like Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's a bad.
Whatever.
Yeah, I feel that one actually too.
That's
And
the
actually,
fight, though. But
to
like,
add
what's a
on-
moment?
A
Yeah,
moment.
that's the better. Like, what was the moment where you're like,
Yeah. Okay.
you know,
Just
like,
the entire fight. The second he took him down, I'm just like, God damn it, here we go. We're just gonna watch him be on top of him the entire fight.
Can't think
There's
of
not gonna be no hands. And then same thing happened with not the same exact thing happened, but when GSP fought Big Rig, he beat the dog shit out of him for
I would say-
25 minutes, and they're just like, "Hey, that guy won."
I would
It's
say
just like,
if I could
I'm
sum up
fuck-
for Darnell, I would say his least favorite moment is actually a number of moments, and his least favorite moment is anytime GSP fought and lost, but actually
no, he was
it's what it
fine
seems like.
until later on. It was just like, bro, now you're just. I get you learned the wrestling stuff, and
I'm listening.
it's like, fuck. Now that's all you're doing is just grappling. You're not throwing bombs on people anymore.
Mm.
You're just boring. And that's literally what the welterweight division is at this point. And it probably will always be that. It's just once you hit top 5,
No
it's
way.
nothing
What are you
but
gonna
wrestling.
say that
Come
about the
on,
welterweight
what are you
division?
on, bro?
The welterweight
It's
division.
nothing but wrestlers.
Whoa.
Dude, that Leon head kick was like,
No, that's
that's
fine.
a top
Like,
5 moment for me. And I'm not
That's a good
even
point.
like a huge Leon fan,
Yeah,
but
me
like
neither.
that moment was like,
yeah, that was a
and
good
the
fucking
whole
moment.
post fight headshot, bang, like.
but
Yeah,
love
but
it.
that's not something that's in his normal arsenal.
What,
So
the-
like you can see like
you talking about Leon Edwards?
yeah,
No,
Yeah,
that's he's a
mostly
kickboxer.
hands.
for knockouts.
He's a kickboxer. Yeah, you're thinking of Kamaru Usman.
No,
Okay, you think Leon Edwards doesn't have a lot of knockouts?
definitely. No. Like head kicks.
Oh, well, you know.
Well, I mean, he
Like-
Well, regardless, like he hit the head kick, so like he's
got
got
it.
head kicks now.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's in his arsenal, but it wasn't like one of the knockout things that he like previously been like, Cowboy Cerrone. Like that's why he got the
Yeah,
tattoo
no.
on his foot. He was like fucking head kicks, bro. That's why I got the target on my foot. That's why I tattooed this on my foot. Was because this leg is deadly. Like that
Dead
was
leg.
more. Yeah, it was more of a surprise. It came out of nowhere.
Literally nowhere. That's why I was like,
Oh, dude,
I-
that was a crazy moment where like I had a few friends over, we were recording, and they were watching the fights with us, and it was the last minute. It was the last minute in the fifth round, and they were like, "Oh, we're gone." They weren't fight fans anyway. They're like, "We're gone." And I was like, "Oh yeah." I let them know. I was like, "Kamaru definitely won the fight. Don't worry, guys." And they left. They shut the door. We went back in the living room, grabbed stuff up. Reese, she goes, she's out of the room now. She goes, and I go, she just hears me go, "No!" It was the most wild shit. It was out of nowhere. And then, like I was telling you, he hadn't seen the video until just recently. I showed him like so that moment was hype, right? That moment was amazing. But that person who made the Leon with the Rocky music behind it,
that video's amazing.
It's what set that hype. Like if you weren't hyped about it before, you saw that video and you're like, "Yo, I gotta watch this fight."
Yeah, but bet they fight again. Kamaru's gonna win.
I'm pretty confident. Yeah,
of course. But like, you got to be happy for the guy. Like, that's
100%.
Like,
oh well, yeah, 100%.
That's like literally what dreams are made of. Like,
yeah, I got goosies just now. I was goosed up.
That'd be like any of us. Oh, sudden I'm a champ.
Yeah, it's crazy. And that fight, like they're planning it to be in Wembley, right? They're gonna try and do for Wembley Stadium.
I think it was not Wembley. It's another one, another big one though.
Yeah, another big soccer stadium, I believe, is what they're trying to go for.
Yeah,
football.
Yeah.
Football, yes. Sorry,
but I'll go to my least favorite moment.
Yeah.
Ben Askren knockout, dude. That was like,
you didn't like that?
Beautiful.
That was beautiful. It's one of the best moments ever. What are you talking about?
Dude, no, Ben is like an actual friend of mine.
Oh,
and
no.
like he coached me. Like he was my high school wrestling coach. Like for
really,
like from high school, and like big part of why I wrestled in college. Like he was a big influence on my life. And then like you see, I saw, bro. I literally like
that must have been hard for you. Yeah, that's.
I literally could not believe it. I was like,
was there at least in the moment like an ounce of like that was badass, or was it just full on like no?
It was like full on like
Masvidal.
Whatever Paul. Oh, I was gonna say the Paul brother fight, or
I didn't care about that one as much.
That wasn't even a knockout. The ref counted him out on some bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like whatever.
Yeah, Masvidal, flying knees. Yeah, Captain Falcon. Just show me your moves.
What's funny about that fight too is like how it's shitty. It's like I kind of agree. That's actually low. It's a good pick because the thing about Ben Askren too is just like it just sucked that happened to him for his first two fights because it's just I don't think it proved that he can't fight. Like the best of the best. I don't think that proved that by any standard. I just think that he just lost two fights and that ruined the hype and he lost them very very heavily. But before that, it's crazy. It's not even kissing ass here. It's just like my brother would show me Ben Askren fights because we were talking about how hard it is to go against wrestlers, but it sucks when you go against wrestlers who are just boring as shit. Ben Askren's a very entertaining wrestler. People hated like, oh yeah, like it's because he made the definition of wrestle fucking because it's just like he didn't just lay on top of you. He controlled you. He physically like violated you. He didn't make you feel comfortable in any moment of the fight when he was wrestling you. And then
if you were to feel his squeeze, like you would like. Literally, like I'm not like his squeeze was something like his squeeze was probably way more squeeze like than like most welterweights. Like it was like he was abnormally strong in certain positions. Like I don't know how to explain it. He just like
the dad bod.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. He does have that like very in shape dad bod.
It's strength. He embraced the dad bod and he was like, "I'm gonna murder all of you."
Yeah, no,
but
he was proud of his dad bod.
Yeah, as he should be.
He made a song about it. When I forget who he was fighting, but like the taunt video where he's like, "I'm not in shape" and blah 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 blah. Like
that was he made it an Adele remix for Dana. It was
I've never seen that.
So I forgot what it was, but it was fun.
That's funny. I got to look that up later. Well, let me ask you these ones then. What? I'm trying to think of because I have three here. I'm trying to think of the best one to ask you. For you specifically,
I want to hear them all, so don't worry.
All right. Okay. So let's go. What's one rule or something you would change? Either a rule or just something in general you would change about the UFC.
I want more knees. I want knees to the grounded opponents.
Yes.
I want like the whole like.
Bring back 12-6. That's me. Bring back 12. Let's go.
I want it like all.
I mean,
like, go ahead.
Go.
knees are The knees are legal on the ground as long as you're not fucking kneeing them in the head.
No, I think you should get knee to the head. Because,
Really?
like, think about it. Like, you're getting locked in a cage, right? Like theoretically, like, let's take away the sport. Like, you're in a cage. The whole objective is to, like, fight somebody. Like if we're gladiators, we're fighting to the death, right? Like, I want all my weapons. Like if I'm a fighter going to the cage, like, you definitely are, like, in a way, fighting to your death. Like, you could die in there. You know what I mean?
What's stopping me from hitting you in the dick?
Well, the rules, but
exactly. Exactly.
But to
That's a good point.
To, like, I mean, even with that, like, if there was no rule about hitting in the dick, no rule about, like, knees to a counter opponent, you would just be more cautious and block it. When they, you could knee and soccer kick in Pride, and they just knew to dodge it. Like, it's not like there was an incredible amount of soccer kick knockouts or something.
And then
like
there's
that.
and then there's other guys who are just getting kicked in the face on the ground.
Well, that happens.
Yeah, ONE FC has grounded knees and you can soccer kick, but you don't see it that often.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think it just adds to an element that they're not making
something else you got to worry about.
Exactly.
Yeah, and, like, think about it. It takes away all the bullshit of, like, making sure the hands are up. Like, people are trying to get away with it already. Like, like, what about who was that? Chris Weidman versus Gegard Mousasi.
Like,
he pulled him up and then kneed him, and then they were like, "No, he kneed down opponent. His hands weren't touching."
That's bullshit.
They were off the fucking mat. Yep. It was his feet. He got fucked on.
Yeah, that's legal. And he saw that. He was like, his hands aren't touching.
Bam. Yeah, so I agree. It just takes away a whole silly, because it's too sensitive the way that we even play the rules. So yeah, just get rid of it entirely.
I mean, because, like, if you're laying down, it's way easier to just push your knee into somebody's face, or, like, just wind up and, like, hold them down and hit them. Like, and I get, like, it's easier to inflict damage, and the reason why that rule wasn't made was so that fight's not going to end that quickly. It's the same with, like, 6 to 12s, because they think that, like, that's going to be way more of a knockout. But honestly,
you see people getting sliced up on other angles.
Yes,
so it's still a don't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make sense for the elbows, because, like, from here to here is less, in my opinion, than way back here all the way down. Like, that's a circumference.
Ian, you clearly didn't watch that karate tournament that they all watched at midnight that one night at the commission, so you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, I guess I'll just invent a time machine and fucking end that. Right.
Pick that person in the
I would suggest it.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I get the argument for not having knees either, but, like, I don't know. If I had to, like, me personally pick, I'm picking knees, but
I like it.
I definitely see where someone could not want that.
I think the knees are worse than elbows.
Yeah, because your legs are ridiculously horribly strong.
Yeah, but
you get a lot more weight behind that. To the head on the ground?
They're both very hard. They're both very bad strikes, but, it's part of the game. It's part of the game.
Yeah.
Darnell, we have to get yours. What's a rule that you would change? What's a rule that you would or just something about UFC in general? I thought you said.
I mean, there's nothing I could really change, because just like Saif said with the knees, I can just watch ONE FC and get that. And it's
but on the ground, ground.
Yeah, that's how Demetrius Johnson lost his first fight over there. Was he got taken down? He was trying to get up, and as he was getting up, he just got kneed in the jaw.
Yeah, but I don't care care who you are. If I'm pushing down on your head with all my weight, you're not getting up. You're not getting up. You're not getting up.
Okay, that's fine. The ref over on ONE FC, their refs are pretty good about stopping anything from extra damage happening. Like, once they see that you're gone, they go and take you away, pretty much.
So you're content with the way the rules are then in UFC. You're just content. Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. And what about you?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Ian,
it wouldn't really be a rule. It'd be more or less of the glove change.
Yeah, that's fine. I think you can change about it.
It's more like because Bellator, their gloves aren't like, they don't really allow you because how their gloves are made, like they bend down more. So you're like this. So like when you're like trying to like put your hands out to opponents, they're more curled.
Yeah. On that
UFC, I see this.
Yeah.
More
Have
often.
you ever like felt the difference? Like, have you ever worn them, the UFC compared to the Bellator?
I've never felt the difference, and I've only ever worn the UFC style gloves. I've only ever felt the actual difference between them.
And I've been poked in the eye. It's terrible. Yeah.
But that's what I kind of like that about UFC, because like
poking in the eyes,
not the poking in the eyes part, but like the part where like there's not like Bellator. You're right; it's kind of like this, but there's also like padding that like aids for that. The UFC is like way less padding, and it's like if you're in a fight, like at least I would rather have less padding in my punches like that. Still get all that. Like I'm still covered, you know?
Right.
See, that's the thing. The padding, there's not more padding. It's just how it's directed. Like the reason why you see so much of a divide is because the stitching causes their fingers to go lower. I've looked into it.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right on about it. I don't know. I'm just saying, like with the UFC, there's like even when you're punching it though, like there's a difference. Like I don't know. I feel a difference when I wore the different two. Like I don't know. That was just my opinion. That was my personal preference.
Yeah, for sure. I get that too. I was saying there's actually a lot of fighters out there that's why they haven't done it, because they prefer the regular gloves, which is like, you know, it's for somebody like me and Ian who love the idea, and like Joe Rogan, of course. It's like you couldn't sit there and tell Joe Rogan like they need to have those regular UFC gloves. He'd just be like, no way, man. No, that's not gonna happen. Try DMT and I'll tell you differently. But like, you know, he'd very much insist on the curved. But let me. This is actually a new question I wrote that everybody here that can answer. That you know, no, it's not been asked on Throwing Hands before. Take away from the fact from this question that, you know, these are all very highly trained professionals. Just in your own hilarious, funny opinion, or in your deep thought brain, who do you think you can take? Active or non-active UFC fighter, Bellator fighter, Pride fighter. Who do you think you can take in a fight? I'll tell you my
weight.
Yeah, your weight, or if you want to go to a different weight too, that's totally fine too, like a little lower, but nothing like too low in the divisions. We can't be just hitting the flyweights up, Darnell.
Oh hell no.
But I would say, you know what I'm telling you right now, the fight I want and the fight I know for a fact I could take, Clay Guida. I'm taking Clay Guida out. Easy.
Oh, whoa.
Easy money.
You're crazy, bro.
No, bro.
Crazy.
Dude, I get it. He's got a lot of cardio. I get it. He bounced around a lot. I get it. But you know what? I'm taking him out.
What makes you think you could take Clay Guida?
His jaw's glass now. At this point, his jaw is in fact glass. We've seen it. Now,
okay,
he's weak to Muay Thai. He has no idea what to do when he gets in the Muay Thai clinch. He wants to take you down. If I can stuff that man, and granted, he's going to try and take me down for 15 minutes straight.
Yeah.
But if I can stuff that man and get him some good clinches and get him from the back, it's his weakest points. I know it's Cobra Kai. I know his weakness. I got his number. You guys can't change my mind. I'm taking Clay Guida out. Me and Clay Guida main event.
Sanctioned fight?
Yes. Yes. This is a sanctioned fight. We're talking a sanctioned MMA fight. Yes. No, I think in an actual street fight, Clay Guida murders me in the street.
I think, bro, if I'm being honest, bro,
let's hear it.
Clay Guida is a monster wrestler, bro. I think he lasts probably like 45 seconds. Like, I don't know. No offense. But like,
Saif says,
really think...
Saif says 45 seconds in, I go, it's too much. I get smothered. I go, I can't. It's not even a submission. I go, can't breathe.
Kind of think you would sprawl, and he's just like, nope. Well, I'm just gonna drag you back till you're on your back.
He's like a really good wrestler too. Like he loves wrestling. Like I know he's like.
Hey, hold on now. I'm almost on my third stripe in jiu-jitsu now. Okay, don't underestimate me.
A lot of factors in this. How long do we get to train? Like how long? You know,
2 days.
2 days.
Right.
That's
now.
Actually yes. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Hold on.
Right now.
He literally, like, you just got to feel it. You got to feel it in the moment. That does change a lot. Yeah, feel it in the moment.
Right now, I kill.
Okay. Yeah, Ian's like, I don't know. Ian's answers the entire UFC roster, apparently.
All right, put me up. Like, okay, so realistically, probably like maybe like there'd be maybe like one or two. Like, if I'm being completely humble and honest, like maybe a couple flyweights right now at the like like we're talking like a 3-round banger. Yeah, probably only like it'd be hard. Like that's like
Okay.
very hard right now. Like, there's so many good like fighting, like stepping in a cage and like fighting somebody. Like
Yeah.
first of all, there's like a switch that happens, right? Like you're gonna fight, and like those motherfuckers hit like when you're at that level, you like hit so hard, like regardless of what, like you're gonna get hit, and like I just know I would have my only chances to take you down, and I could probably win some fights doing that, but like if we end up striking, I'm like not gonna probably do well. My striking is not very great, but fighter, I know I could beat most of the women. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. Like, and no shade against the women or anything, but like I know if I get put like
the new strawweight and
Shot,
bantamweight
you
division
said that.
champion, it's safe. That's
like
amazing.
no offense, like bro, and I love it because they're fucking they go at it, bro. But like I know from being in combat, like ain't no woman fucking me up. Like
Hell yeah, I love it, doggy.
maybe Amanda Nunes, maybe
Oh,
like,
yeah.
maybe those bigger girls like could like.
Well, Amanda Nunes,
But even then, bro, in my mind,
Is a man.
Wow, what a fucking guy.
That's a guy. That's a guy. You could just say that. Well, that's a guy I got fucked up by. That's not.
What a fucking guy.
Yeah, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yes.
Oh my god, I love that answer, dude. That's so fucking funny.
Bro, but like because I want to work with women fighters. Like, don't if any of you guys hear,
Yeah.
any of you ladies hear this, like, don't take it wrong. Like,
Nah.
and I'd love to put it to the test. Like, I'm not somebody shit talking. Like,
Yeah.
I'll go and like spar. Like, I'll do it with you guys. You
For
know,
sure.
But like, I just know that like,
Because at the end of the day, like especially like I tell jokes. One of my favorite comedians, like he likes to tell this. It's not a joke. It's a story. He likes to tell where like an idea he tells where he loves the idea of he doesn't think like a female officer could arrest him. Like he's like, oh yeah, like willingly, like I'm under arrest. I did something bad for sure. But like no, if I'm resisting arrest, like without the taser or whatever, you ain't taking me down. Like it's not gonna happen. Like, and I agree with it entirely. I'm like 100%. Like without your weapons or nothing. Like if you want to forcefully arrest me, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go get Steve or Bob or Ryan or whoever else is on your force because it's not gonna happen. Like I'm telling you. So but it's just funny because in the end with like women who actually train jiu-jitsu, like I go to classes, plenty of women at my school, and you go there and if you don't know a lick of anything like that, you realize like they retain shit, they know shit, they can.
yeah. That's what I'm saying though. Like you just said it right. Like if you don't know any combat, these women will fuck you up.
Oh yeah,
like they will. But like I know combat, and I know that like I just like if I wrestle, right? Like wrestling's my favorite martial art. If I go and wrestle with the girls compared to like a guy, right? Like even like they're the same. Let's say like the most high elite girl wrestler. Like there's still like there's just a difference in the body feel. Like I can like have so much more strength in certain positions that like will ultimately have me win in most positions. It's not to say like girls can't like fight, like they can.
Yeah.
If you're a trained martial artist, I don't see that.
Well, yeah, we've seen it. It's just one of those things where I think we're with the women's division, especially in women fighters, we are as a MMA society bred to only believe that the best and strongest women who actually stand a chance are like the Ronda Rouseys, the Amanda Nuneses, the Peñas, the whatever. Like if you're not one of them, we're just like there's no way you stand a chance against anything. But it's like once you see them do that, you're like, oh, this is a legit, like it's the people you use for an example when you go, oh no, women can fight, bro. You got to see Amanda Nunes. Like it's like that's
no, they can fight though. That is the thing. Like
Are you saying you can beat up Amanda Nunes?
No, I'm not saying that. Don't.
I've actually had this debate, and like I've thought about it. Like I've put a lot of thought into it, and like that'd be a woman where I'd be like, okay, like it'd be tough. Like I don't know.
It would be a struggle.
Like, but like I also haven't like grappled with her, and like I haven't felt her, so I can't give a great answer. But like if I had to go into a fight with her, I would fully 100% believe I'm gonna beat this person up. Like,
Oh well, yeah, that's the mindset you need. First of all,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, my attribute is I don't give a fuck who you are. You're gonna die.
Okay. Ian's, God, this is
Jesus Christ.
every time with this man. It's all about death.
Well, that's what it is. You don't.
There's a
walk
ref
into
in the
and
ring,
like,
Ian.
No, I agree with that.
yeah,
like,
and he's gonna
100%.
stop you.
Like,
But
like,
until then,
it's death. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Fair enough. All right.
you're getting fucking smashed.
yeah.
That was awesome. That was all the
Yeah.
questions, and that was awesome. Hell yeah. Let's
Question for you guys now.
Yeah, please.
Is your favorite, like, what is your most favorite, like, fighter experience that, like, whether it's like I'm thinking in person, like you've interacted with this fighter. Like,
Yeah.
Well, me and Joe's is a non-in-person.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you heard this when we first talked. Was
He
when-
probably actually doesn't know the story now.
me and Joe went to a UFC in Ohio, or not Ohio, god damn it, in Orlando, and we could go see Kamaru Usman. It was free.
So yeah, it was
Kamaru Usman, right?
Yeah, it was Kamaru
Usman and
Henry
the other
Cejudo
chick.
and Amanda Nunes.
Yeah,
It was all
and he
three.
was like, "No, they're a bunch of fucking nobodies. We don't have to go see them."
It was literally like Josh Emmett, Jeremy Stevens was the main event. It was just some random UFC card, and this was literally like Amanda Nunes has only had a couple fights in the UFC. Like Kamaru Usman had like a loss or two in the UFC. Like Henry Cejudo was like a so and so.
Hold on, I gotta take this call.
Go ahead, bud. You're
Holy
fine.
Shit, I can't see.
So we get there, and we see they have all the trucks lined up and everything. And I mean, yeah, it's kind of like an opposite of your answer, but it is our answer because it is our favorite memory of it all, which is like, Ian was, he was there for, Ian's a big fan, but he was almost there for me where he was just like, you want to go see
This was like
so-and-so?
beginning fan of like the actual, because Joe's the one who actually got me into like UFC and like all the fighters. Like he's basically the one who's like, oh, this guy's fucking dope, and then like all attached to him and like whatever. But at that point in time, I was like, oh no, we can go see these fighters, and Joe's like, they're just like fighters.
They're lined, guys, and I'm telling you though, like they're like Kamaru Usman's
there was
line
no line
to just meet him and get an autograph. Like I'm sure you had to pay money, but there was no line for Kamaru Usman. There was no line for Henry Cejudo. Amanda Nunes had the biggest line because she was popping off at that time.
Yeah, she was murdering bitches.
But the second biggest line, and it's the line that I literally is so embarrassing at this point. I was like, I go, no man, fuck all these guys. I'm here for one man and one man only because I knew he was gonna be there. It was fucking Joseph Benavidez. Shouts out Jiu-Jitsu. And I just wanted, I just wanted to go meet Joseph Benavidez, who ended up being like, he's not a nobody. It's just yeah, he was one of my favorite. I believe he's a bantamweight, and he went down to flyweight.
No, he's legit, bro.
Joseph Benavidez is a monster, and again, shouts out Jiu-Jitsu because that's an awesome. I love that belt system. That's awesome that he has his own style of Jiu-Jitsu that he teaches people. How effective it is, I don't know. But I mean, I want a keyboard belt. He has his
own style of jiu-jitsu. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's called, and he calls it Jiu-Jitsu, and he's got a keyboard belt, a rainbow belt. He's like his belt system's like dope as fuck. I love it. But yeah, it was, it's all I cared about, and his line was huge, and we just were like, forget it, and just don't worry about it. But we missed an opportunity to just get like free meeting and free photos with literally the three greatest of all time, like and Henry Cejudo, who retired champ.
Dude, you know what? Honestly, as you guys bring this up, I said favorite fighter, right?
Wow.
It probably is like Henry Cejudo or like Bilal Muhammad. Like those two, like I fucking love. Like
yeah, right. Those are low key good ones right there. Henry Cejudo too. I like that choice. Yeah, because
Bilal Muhammad's popping right now.
Yeah, again, he's also just an underrated guy. People just forget about him. We talked about in the last.
He's from Milwaukee. That's why I like him.
Ooh,
I didn't know that.
So he's definitely a murderer.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That makes sense. I did hear on his last post fight, he said, "Shouts out Dahmer." I heard that, and I didn't understand why.
I did hear that. All right. My favorite fighter moment was last year, Bellator 2.
I need to get you on Bellator.
Fuck. It was the one in Miami. It was like Valerie Loretta's last fight. It was like Cyborg versus some bitch. Some girl.
That's right. Fucking Cyborg went to Bellator. God damn, I'm so off touch.
But regardless, I don't remember who exactly was on that card. But Aaron Pico fought that night, and it was the coolest thing like I've ever so sick, bro. So like I was second row. at second row seats, and he's coming like down the lane because he's like this after he fought, he already won, and he's like in his suit and he's like looking for his family or something. And I like see him and I'm like, yo, I'm getting a fucking picture with Aaron Pico. So I get up and I'm like, Pico, like, because he's big, he was big in the wrestling community. Like, I'm actually a huge fan of Aaron Pico. And I go up there and the security guard's like, no, get away. You can't come to the fighter. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yo, dude, chill the fuck out. Like, I'm going to take a picture.
I'm just standing here.
Got my phone.
Yeah. No, and then Pico is like, yo, dude, like, chill out. I can take a picture with him. Like,
hell yeah.
Stop. Like, dude, like, I'm going to take a picture with the guy. And he, like, literally stopped from what he was doing, looking for his family, to, like have an interaction with me, take a picture, and then, like, say what's up. And
that's awesome.
Said, thank you for being a fan. Like, that was most favorite, like, moment, just because of, like, how genuine he was in that moment. Like, it was so sick for me to see.
Funny internet videos.
Oh, the Ric Flair talk.
Dude. This fight got ended. Like, I mean, you think it's fake. So when I first watched it, I had to watch it a couple times because I was like, this is clearly fake. But then you realize, no, this man just knows how to handle. He saw an opportunity and he took it.
Oh, that's right. Oh, fuck.
This guy, you know, and then here, look. Bam!
Why are they fighting? Holy fuck.
Who knows? Rick.
The Ric
See him,
Flair
like,
talk.
he licked his back of his hand where he.
Like,
Some stank on him.
One guy left. He said, I'm out of here. This is bullshit. This guy said, you know what? Oh!
Fucking.
No.
He
This is my point. He saw an
smacked
opportunity.
the shit out of that guy.
He saw an opportunity and he took it because he's like, you know what? This guy's clearly on Dream Street. And shouts out to the guy. He could have what? Knocked his head around a little bit more. Kneed him. He could have done whatever. And he said,
Pushed him.
Hata! Fucking Ric Flair chop, man.
He could have disengaged and walked away. Like how Gracie teaches you.
But no way.
I just want to know why they were fighting. Like,
Well, let's see. There's some
it looked like the one dude was fighting him, and then that guy like came and attacked that guy, and then he just was like, "Fuck this! I'm coming in to hit him."
Well, you know what?
Like,
You know what, Saif? You're lucky. You're in the hands of some up and coming comedians. Let's watch it with no sound, and we'll break it down for you exactly what happened. So let's see here.
Hold on. Go.
Here it goes. So clearly, these men are mad because they ordered pizza with no anchovies. These dude came over here and they ordered anchovies on there, right? This guy says, "I didn't even mean to throw anchovies on." He said, "What's up?" It's so fast to break it down. It's so fast to break it down. But I mean, realistically, you gotta imagine. I don't know. They played their game of Pac-Man. They played their game of Mrs. Pac-Man, and they're really upset about it. You know, you have to imagine that.
Bro, and he like completely missed. Like he didn't even get close to hitting anybody there.
Yeah, everything. Oh man, and he just died on that chair too, like that
Oh
little
my
table.
God.
Yeah, everything actual, like physical, like punch wise, misses, and then this man solidifies it. And I mean, you know, if I'm that guy, I'm never ever getting in a street fight ever again, ever. Like period. I'm calling it a day. I'm telling people I can't call you. I can't fight you. My mom is making an appearance on the stream.
It's drugs.
Yes.
Mom, you can't just be putting drugs on the stream. That's wild.
It's okay. We're on Patron.
I don't even know what she's doing. She's in and out.
I guess that is the only good fight.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Who knows while they were fighting? You know.
There you go.
Jojo, you're my favorite.
Okay. That's such a lie, but okay.
Damn.
He says that's a fucking lie.
Wow. At least I know about it. At least I know it's a lie. Jesus. All right, we'll just skip this one. And This right here, boys. This is a classic that I have lined up. Right. This is something I seen a long time ago. What I like about this one is that this is a man who clearly knows what he's doing but doesn't want to do it. Okay. This is a bouncer who has, and it's in the UK, so it's a bunch of they're really drunk and rowdy at the pub, and this bouncer has to deal with it. So let's see what's up. So these guys are jawing at him. These girls are having a great moment. They're having a great time. It's the calm before the storm. But apparently these dudes are jawing at the security guard.
He's getting ready.
Look like he's just telling them. He's like, all right, guys, just get out of here. Go on. Just being a bouncer. Oh, here they come. Oh, there it goes. See? So now they've ruined it. So now he's... Yep. This is great. Look at that. Look at the kick for distance. His hands aren't perfect. Ooh! The timing. Ooh!
Oh my god, this guy. God damn it.
That's when you know you're like, oh, this man has fought before.
I've seen this video. No, this guy's just fucking people up.
Boom!
Back of the head.
He is
Illegal strike.
literally...
Darnell!
Oh no. This is fucking security guard. I'm gonna fucking...
Oh no.
Okay, now you gotta die.
Oh yeah.
Whenever somebody
Yeah,
does that
you gotta get
stupid
fucked
shit,
up, bro.
That's over.
No,
spitting is like one level, like I'm going.
That yeah. Yeah. I think anybody can
No.
agree to
Get
that
your
too.
mans up. Get your mans up.
What's great is that and I want to play that back just for a second here. What's
I
great
want to
is
see the knockout.
let's watch it just from when they start fighting here. So this is right when he hits him. Right here, he hits him.
he bounces back and he's like, all right,
Okay.
hands.
Yeah.
Hands.
He's not. His hands aren't up, but he's ready. You know.
No,
Dude, he
He
threw
is-
up the leg for the.
yeah.
Bam!
He has
Tried
his
to
hands
flex his
forward
leg.
and then he just overhand rights. That guy
Is he
stumbles.
out? Was that the one that knocked him out? No.
So
No, it's the back of the head punch that knocks him.
That's the same.
No, look. Right there. He's gone.
Yeah, back
He's
of the head.
out.
And that dude was he was so trashed. It didn't matter. You'd fucking
What's
flick him in the
hilarious-
nose and he's out.
what I love about that one the most is he's the first one to get knocked out. So when they start fighting, the guy throws that punch. You know, they start getting into it, and then he gets the kick. He gets the kick, and then he eventually, boom, he gets. Oh no, he actually gets knocked. Boom! But he gets the worst of it in the beginning.
See, that's what I hated when everyone was like, "Oh, you do jiu-jitsu, you do MMA shit." I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm trashed." But if somebody hits me,
I'm out.
it's game over. It doesn't matter.
There you go.
These dudes are trashed.
Dude, that
This
dude is
bouncer-
retarded, bro. If you're gonna hit somebody, you better fucking make it like count. Like you better be like, bam, and then like out. Like you better be running, like getting the fuck out of there.
You better throw and then shoot.
I mean, like I said, me and Ian, we've told our story recently of like our almost. Go check out our, believe, most recent episode of Throwing Hands, where you can hear our story of almost getting in a fight at UFC. And there's been plenty of times where like me and Ian,
Where Joe instigated a fight.
yes,
And I
okay,
was like,
but like
and then nothing.
And I couldn't ever imagine, like, again, we're at, we love going to bars and we love going out with like people and drinking and shit like that. And I couldn't, I've never once seen Ian be this guy with like bouncers or like the host or me. I couldn't just imagine being this person who like gets in the brawl with the staff. Like how embarrassing that must fucking be.
Never.
But also, how much more embarrassing it must be when you lose. Like, if you win the fight, at least people can be like, "You're an asshole." You shouldn't be knocking people out like that. And then you can be like, "I'm just a
but they were
savage. What do you
assholes.
want?" But then,
I started it because they were assholes.
right. But then, like, if you start some shit and then you get knocked out, then it's just like, dude, what are you? I mean, he just told you guys to get out. You were being drunk assholes. But I think this is basically what it looks like on a day to day in the UK. If I'm guessing.
With stabbings.
With stabbings. That was awesome.
Stabbings are way worse.
Yeah. A stabbing is what got us our 18 plus on our last video.
But who got fucking stabbed? What?
The guy in the beer bottle video, he gets stabbed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Even though he didn't die or bleed, he still got stabbed, and we pointed out that he got stabbed, so YouTube didn't appreciate it.
They don't appreciate it.
I'm like, you can't cut me out of stabbing people.
But that is, guess what, guys? That's it for the video and everything like that. That's all for the videos that we have. Guys, we've reached the end of it. This has been an awesome episode of Throwing Hands. This has been another long episode of Throwing Hands. But what can we say? We love to talk shit here on SuperSour. We love to talk shit here on Throwing Hands. Saif, this has been your first episode with us. We hope to have you back again soon. But you know we're going to be busy as hell, hustling and bustling. But you are welcome back anytime. You're part of the family now. So
Appreciate it, my man.
But before we go, please, we're all going to do our plugs. But you start off first. Plug what you got going on. Plug what's coming up. And let us know anything you want to know.
Guys. Yes, January 6th, UFE is launching our fan passes. You do not want to miss out. And make sure you guys are following all our socials. You guys should be in the Discord chatting with us for like fighting. Like we could literally be doing that in our Discord.
Yeah. Reese asked me, she goes, you in there? I go, I got to get in there.
Yeah, we're trying to get the ultimate like fight community online where like we can just talk about this shit in a Discord.
Is that the link that's in Discord right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we just had it rebuilt. We just launched the Discord, so hell yeah. But yeah, January 6th, we're releasing all the fan passes. Stay tuned. Make sure you're following socials, and I will for sure be on it. Like probably like in about a month, I'll come on, get to drop all the good stuff that we've updated on. So I'll for sure be back on, guys. It was fun.
Awesome, man. Hell yeah. And then Darnell, what you got going on, man? I know things are coming up. Come on.
What am I doing?
You plugging? What you plugging on?
Oh, what are you doing? What's your plugs?
Shit. Same as always. Just the Twitter mainly. Blanks_BLXNKZ_. That's literally the main thing. I might start streaming Call of Duty, even though as fucking oversaturated that shit is. And I'll get 0 views.
Nah, I'll join with you. We'll both get 0 views.
But yeah, that's the same thing. Blanks_ on Twitch.
Spelled out.
Watch me just be
BLXNKZ.
KZ_. Oh, there you go. See, he knows it. He knows
it better than I do.
He knows it better than I do.
As everybody knows, Ian coming back to Twitter soon with Elon Musk takeover.
You say Twitter.
Twitter and Tumblr, sorry. He's coming back to Twitter and Tumblr soon with the Elon Musk takeover. So, but it's still in process. You got
Twitch. Twitch McLeodmatic at McLeodmatic. McLeodMattic. That's what I am.
We're gonna have to work on that spelling.
That's where it is. McLeodmatic.
Got it. Hell yeah. And then so are you gonna be streaming soon?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Modern Warfare.
And Fortnite.
And Fortnite.
Fucking spoopy goddamn was Five Nights at Freddy's fucking spoopy games.
No Callisto Protocol?
I don't know what that means.
Get some real spoopy hours? Look it up. You'll be terrified.
There you go.
That spoopy games, back rooms, fucking Monster Hunter, fucking video games, fam.
Oh yeah, Monster Hunter.
I just don't do sports games, but I like sports.
NHL 23. That's what you're gonna be playing. Speaking of NHL 23, guys, don't forget where you're at right now. This is the SuperSour channel where you're watching Throwing Hands. Don't forget you can follow us on all social media at SuperSourJIR. Go ahead and tie up all those buttons down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Be active in the fucking comments, you guys. Let us know what the fuck is up. What do you think that's coming up for the next fights? What happened before? Welcome Saif into the family. Just go check out UFE. While you're here, don't forget that you can check out twitch.tv/SuperSourGames, SuperSour at patreon.com, SoundCloud, Spotify for an audio platform. SuperSour Podcast, everywhere. Just look up SuperSour. We own that shit. So take it over. Join in on the SuperSour Society. What's up, Ian?
Harass us and Saif.
Let's do it.
There's no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
But guys, as always, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of the Sour Society. Thanks for throwing hands. We'll check you guys on the next one. Until then, peace.
When I knock people out, they don't fucking move. Who the fuck is that guy? Oh, don't be scared, homie.
Welcome to Throwing Hands.
You know, guy, you're playing touch butt with that dork in the park, the ponytail.
My balls